Seeing as another German high-speed route was recently announced as coming to TSW, I thought this was an appropriate time to discuss the existing Schnellfahrstrecke Kassel to Würzburg route. Check the pinned comment for something I want to say regarding the motive power situation on the upcoming Nuremberg to Ingolstadt route. I thought the statement didn't belong in the video. Schnellfahrstrecke Kassel to Würzburg was released in September 2022 as a core route in the TrainSim World 3 package. These days, you can get the route as a standalone add-on for TSW 6, and probably subsequent sequels and all, and it'll cost you the princely sum of 57 New Zealand dollars at full price if you were to buy it on Steam. Currently, it's the longest route in TSW, running for 116 miles, or 186 kilometres, on a north-south axis from Kassel-Wilhelmshöhe to Würzburg Hauptbahnhof, with a single intermediate stop at Fulda. This section is the southern half of the Hanover to Würzburg high-speed line, which opened in 1991 after a construction period lasting 18 years. Fulda station has since appeared on one subsequent route, namely the Kinzigtalbahn of September 2025, and that goes down to Frankfurt am Main. You can use the route hopping feature to swap from Kinzigtalbahn to Kassel to Würzburg, or vice versa, at Fulda station. Come to think of it, I remember saying in my review of Main Spessartbahn that I wished its route coverage got extended to Würzburg, thus linking up with the high-speed route. As for what Thomas is doing there, I have no idea. As for rolling stock, the Kassel to Würzburg route includes the BR401 ICE-1 and BR403 ICE-3 for the main passenger services, along with the ludicrously overused BR185-2 with DB Railion decals for freight services. On this route, the freight trains only run at night. The ICE-1 was a new addition to TSW at the time, while we already had the ICE-3 as part of the Hauptstrecke München to Augsburg route of October 2020. Now there's a route that's in dire need of a remaster. Preferably one that's done to the same standard as the Great Western Express remaster. Is it too much to ask for some simple consistency on the remaster scene? Anyway, I'm confused as to why the standard ICE-3 livery, with the stripes staying red all the way around the cab front, is still not in TSW as an official add-on. In March 2023, Dovetail released a version of the train with the stripe in rainbow colours instead of a solid red, and that's only available in a separately sold gameplay pack for 9 New Zealand dollars. Do with that information what you will. Meanwhile, the Kassel to Würzburg route also includes yet more recycled stock, in the form of the BR442 Talent 2, BR146-2, and dreaded low-entry 4th Gen Dostos, for additional AI traffic at Fulda and Kassel-Wilhelmshöhe. From the TrainSim community website, PC players can download an enhancement pack for the ICE-1. The features in said EP include, but are not limited to, overhauled sounds, a new variant with GTO sounds, on top of the default one which has IGBT, visual changes to the cab and engine room, and lastly, 5 additional liveries. Those liveries are perhaps my favourite aspect of the EP. It's been so long since I last ran the ICE-1 in her default state that I can't really comment on said state. Incidentally, the EP includes a green stripe ICE-1 variant, just like that payware ICE-3 with rainbow stripes, thus making the latter all the more pointless if you ask me. Timetable mode features 41 playable services for the ICE-1, 29 services for the ICE-3, and at least 40 services for the BR185-2. It takes around 1 hour and 3 minutes to cover the full run from Kassel to Würzburg, or vice versa, in one of the ICE trains. Alternatively, you could play shorter services that only go as far as, or start at, Fulda. For whatever reason, the BR411 ICE-T which comes with Kinzigtalbahn, still doesn't have a layer or substitution in the timetable on Kassel to Würzburg. You'd think Dovetail would have sorted that out by now. As for other DLC that does have layers on the route, there's the original BR101, which has 6 playable services in the timetable, along with AI-only services that use rolling stock from Taranto Ramp and Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr. Meanwhile, the Expert BR101 has a dedicated timetable for this route, but said timetable is only available in a gameplay pack that costs $14.75 NZD. That's on top of the $57 for the Expert BR101 herself. Some of the footage for this video was a bit difficult to record, as you can only really get decent run-by shots of the trains on the viaducts, or anywhere else between stations that isn't a point to which you can fast travel, if you're driving or riding as a passenger. In such a situation, you have to go to the free roam camera and try to get it into position in time, but you can't really do that when the trains are going above 200 kilometres per hour, as that's as fast as the camera can move when you're holding down Shift as well as W. Throughout the rest of this run to Kassel-Wilhelmshöhe, I tried to get as many viaduct shots as I could. As for the route's performance, it's adequate on my end, averaging 60 to 110 frames per second for most of the route, but it can plummet to around 30 to 45 FPS at Würzburg Hauptbahnhof or other places where an increased number of trains is present. But regardless of where I am on the route, there is still a bit of stuttering from time to time. Oh, and I should clarify that this is not the Expert BR101, it's the original. I have no interest in the Expert version, to be honest. Schnellfahrstrecke Kassel to Würzburg may stand out from the other German routes in TSW by focusing primarily on high-speed trains and being as long as it is, but it suffers from an issue common to numerous other routes, that being a linear nature that results in limited replay value. Most of the time, while you're driving along this route, you're either going through long tunnels or across viaducts of varying heights. Personally, I find this route a little boring because of that repetition of tunnels and viaducts, not to mention the presence of only 3 stations, which leaves you with not much to do when you're driving along with LZB and AFB enabled. Of course, if you don't find the route boring yourself, that's alright with me. And before I forget, let's see what the musical Vectron is up to. That was an attempt at playing the opening riff from Armageddon It by Def Leppard, and I actually had the song playing on the phone to help me get the timing of keyboard inputs right. It took about 4 attempts to get it right. In closing, I'm kind of split down the middle in terms of how I feel about the Schnellfahrstrecke Kassel to Würzburg route, to the point where I can only give it a 5 out of 10. While it is exciting to be able to get in the ICE-1 or ICE-3 and thrash along at up to 250 km per hour, and I wouldn't say that this route is bad from an overall quality perspective, the limited replay value and boring/repetitive terrain puts me off from revisiting it more frequently. I also reckon the BR402 ICE-2 would make for a welcome addition to TSW, not just for this specific route, but others as well. For now, if you've got any of your own thoughts on Kassel to Würzburg, and the upcoming Nuremberg to Ingolstadt route for that matter, feel free to leave them in the comments.